video real quick. We'll just do the quick little walkthrough of the Googles. Get some googly screenshots just to get a sense. I use these for reference. I don't use them for like exact anything. I just use them so I see what I'm doing. And some of these I've tried and some of these I haven't. These are little donuts that are filled. This is butter mochi, or mochi, however you want to say it. And looks delicious. Never had that. This is guava cake. Yum. And this is chocolate Hawai'i pie. I'm not sure if I am pronouncing it right, but that's okay. So let's do this. So I just want to real quick show you what I did yesterday so you can sort of get a sense of what I'm going for a little bit. So, like that one. Kind of lost that stream. This was actually inspiration to change my setup. So I would love to hear what you think. If you like what's going on here, we're horizontal now. Sorry, I get them confused. I have left-right dyslexia, or like I like to call it directional dyslexia. And yes, it's self-diagnosed. It's not like nobody told me I had that. I just know from life that I just get them. I get my lefts and rights mixed up. I get my up and down mixed up. So this is kind of the vibe. This is the vibe. And this was yesterday's 60-minute live. And then I did this one on the quiet live stream. And sad, I lost it. And then last night I did this one because I kind of wanted to test out my new setup. So yesterday I had a issue that I lost a stream, and then what happened was I just was like, I went whole hog. I'm like, I'm fixing this. And you know what? You don't have to fix things forever. And it doesn't have to be like, you don't need everything to be perfect all the time. You just need to make it work for yourself until it doesn't work anymore, right? Or until something better comes along or whatever, but that's okay. You just got to do it. So I did it, and I'm feeling really good right now about what's going on. Look at how pretty everything looks. So anyway, I think so. So we're using the Ohuhu water-based markers. These are the Pupe set, P-U-P-E. Look right here. It looks like an A. It's not. It's a U. So we're using these. There's a link to these in the description. And I've been using them, and they're really fun. They come with this little color chart. So let's do it. I basically just dumped them all in my little caddy here because let me show you what can be annoying. Okay. On the outset, these sets look cute. The covers are kind of cool. I mean, not covers, the case. Perfect, right? Perfect little case. Not always super fun to pull pens out of. Not always super fun, not always easy. Sometimes it's a little bit of struggle. Not a lot, but you don't want to mess up your tips. Do you see that? See what happens when you pull it out? Sometimes the cap comes off. So I'm just pulling out a few colors that might be nice that I don't already have in my little... I should probably put these in a separate caddy, so they're like, keep them separate, the darker ones, because I don't always want to mix the brighter and the darker. So we can do that. And yeah, let's put this away and let's get started. Let's get going. So we're gonna do, I'm going by this Hawaiian Sweet Treats. And I'm gonna put this over here. Let's pick out some colors. Let's do some purples today. Let's do some blues. Gotta have pink. Love pink. I really like the brights, honestly. I mean, Maybe we don't want this, but we'll keep this in just for the sake of mixing it up and for little flowers that we might want to put in there. It's kind of funny how I can see which ones I've used the most. It's because they have gold ink all over them because I use them with my gold brush pen, and then I get ink all over them. But I really like the fluorescent colors. I like the pinks. There's some nice light pinks in here. I do feel like the greens are not the greens, not all the greens. The blue greens are beautiful. The yellow greens are just a little bit lacking. So you can remedy that. You can mix them together. Let's just work with this for now. And then we can mix it up if we want. And we got this too. We have a nice little swatch. I'm scared of the dark ones actually. I'm scared of them. Let's put them aside. Okay. All right. Let's move this forward. Got my coffee too. Isn't this cute? Look at this cup. I wish I could show you this cup, but it has little daisies on it and they have like little puffy centers. It's so cute. I got it from a local potter in my neighborhood. I like to go to, they have this nightly, or they have it at night a lot. It's not always nightly, but they have this, just fixing things a little bit. They have a night market sometimes it's during the day, sometimes they have it on a Sunday, but it's really fun and it's local artists, and I generally can't leave there without buying something when I go. I'm actually going to show you something that I'm going to show you one of the things I bought. I actually got this I got my little Molgoth bracelet from an artist there. A little cute stuff. But they get a lot of fun stuff. I'm going to show you something I got for my walls in here, in my studio here, because I just thought they were perfect for videos. For when I do talking head ones, I'm going to show you. They're very handy. How cute. How cute is that? Oh, wait. There's more. How cute is that? How cute are these? These are so fun. Here, I'm seeing myself. See, one of the benefits of this new setup is I can see myself on the camera. I mean, I can see my hands. So there you go. Super cute. And I love it. All right. Hawaiian sweet. Treats. Let's write everything in a warm colors. So they can sort of live in the same universe, I like to say. Oops. Treats. I miswrote treats. Here, let me show you a way that I can fix something if I misspell. This is what happens when you're talking too much on a stream. So this is the blender, and you see it doesn't erase anything, but it's going to fade that out. And I'm going to add so much color to this that it's going to be fine. So let's just leave that for now, and we'll just start. We're just going to start with the coconut milk pudding, which is haupia. And I haven't had this from Hawaii, in Hawaii rather, but there are other versions of this in other cultures, and I can't tell you how delicious it is. It's like, it's kind of outrageous, to be honest. Like, there's a version that I had that I think is Turkish. I think it's Turkish. And I love to cook, and I really wanted to try to make it myself, and I have never tried to make it myself, but I would like to, because it is so crazy good. I can't even adequately describe how crazy good it is. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Let's do... Oh, I know what I want to do. I'm going to do something a little wild. A little wild. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Do I have... Nope. Okay. I'm doing something crazy. We're going to go a little nuts, okay? Let's do a test. I want to see if I put a white Neo color down, a Neo color 1, not the waterproof one. What am I going to get? Yes. All right, let's do it. So we're going to write out how Pia here. This is how I clean off my Neo colors. I just rotate it like that. And then just rotate it on a piece of paper and scrub it out. And you will get a clean Neo color, like magic. All right, look at how good that looks. Ooh, it did a really nice job. I'm gonna do that right here. We're gonna do H, and I can't really see it because it's white, but that's okay. This is our little test. How? And I actually didn't get all of the little dirtiness off, but that's okay. We'll live with it. How Pia. Okay. And let's actually color it in a little bit too, because it's white. So if I do ink over this white, it's going to be like just a little fadey, and you're going to be able to see there's going to be resistance. Anyway, let's see what it looks like. See, it's just like lighter, like gives you a little more options when you're using your pens. That is cool. So now I have like, oh wow, this is great. Look at that. So now I have like a whole new color. I have a whole new lighter pink that I didn't know about just by doing that. Pretty cool. I'm going to move this just slightly over and try and get my iPad a little out of frame. There we go. More light for you. And we will bring our nice leaf down. We're going to have magic in a minute when we wipe off the... Nice. All right, there's our leaf. Okay, our dessert is on our leaf. And now let's take a little piece of paper towel and do a little wipe. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to be using this a lot. And sweet. I'm going to fix this now. Try to anyway. I'll be able to fix that. Live streams are fun because something crazy always happens. You can be as prepared as you want, as prepared as you can possibly be, and something is going to happen. Maybe you're going to misspell something. Maybe you're going to, fix something on the fly, and it's fun because then you discover new things. Like, one thing I love about my table is I love having things around me. I love having, move my leg. I love having my other art supplies so handy. I have books right there. I can just grab what I need if I want to reference something. or if I want to, you know, if I want to just grab something to use it on the fly, you know? And that's fun, because if my Neo colors were not right over there, then I wouldn't have grabbed them. And they were just right there for me, which is so great. So I'm going to give this guy a little flower. Actually, let me wait. I'm going to fill in my page, and then we'll do some embellishment. And when we do the embellishment, we can sort of work on the colors. So I'm really intuitive with my palette. Like, I use what I use, and then when I get to, like, this is like phase 1, we have a few different colors, and we have the Neo Color 1, which has been a really nice little resist, a little fun resist treat that we have that we can use. Then I sort of will, you know, keep this palette and then add judiciously as we go. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use what we got here, the ones that I've been grabbing, and then we will judiciously grab other ones. Okay, we have one called a malasada, and it's kind of like a donut. Well, it's very much like a donut. It's not kind of like a donut. It's very much like a donut. And they have like a little, I think some of them are filled. They're not all filled, but we're going to do the filled ones for this spread because they're fun. They have a little, let me show you a picture. Let me show you a picture. See? Malasadas. Yum. Delicious. Speaking of delicious, this morning I got up super early and I went to the market and I got bagel fixings. So I'm so excited. I haven't even eaten yet, but I am drinking my coffee. And so good. So let's do some little dibbly dabs there. That for our, these are mala sadas. Let's do one more right over here, just on the top here. So these markers are the Ohuhu water-based coupe set is what they call them, and they are marketed as non-paper shredding. So this is my water-based markers. This one is the colorless blender. I'm going to use it right on the shadow of my little guy right there, my little malasada. Using it on the edge, and then I'm just going to leave this for a little bit because I don't want to touch it. I want it to just do its little fading magic. And let's do this though. Let's write malasadas with our magic Neo Color 1. This is a, excuse my excuse my throat. This is a non-water soluble permanent wax pastel. And I do this to clean it off. I know I just showed you before, but I'm just doing it again. Because, you know, you can never have too much reinforcement. Okay, this is a long word. So I'm going to do like a plate like this. Let's just outline the plate actually real quick. Let's outline our plate. That. And then I'm going to write it within the plate. So I have a guide, because otherwise it's white on white and I can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just going for it because that's what you got to do sometimes. You're just going to go for it. Mala, S, A, big A, D, and I'm trying to fill up this space. So you see I started, the way I started my letters was smaller because I didn't want to run out of space. Did not want to run out of space. So now I'm filling it with this nice, pretty pink marker. And then I'm going to take my paper towel and make some magic. Keep watching, keep watching. So it's really fun to integrate lettering into your artwork. I love doing it. I feel like, especially when it's kind of like something that you're drawing that you want to explore more, you just want to celebrate, like sweet Hawaiian treats. These it's fun. Okay, isn't that cool? So now we got some cool, and then I can do maybe a little extra. So it's a little darker inside of the loops, the word loops, which is nice. So just trust the process. I think I'm going to do the same thing with this one. A little bit of strength right there, and then a little bit of this can give a little bit of shadow around the how P is, right? There we go. And also, I'm just going to take a darker one inside here like that. I always think it's fun to color inside the dots of the letters. I like to do that. Okay, we have Halpia, Malasadas. Let's do guava cake because it's super cute and it's pink. So if I put my guava cake here, then I will have some nice balance. So here's a picture of the guava cake, and you can see there's lots of different types. It looks different. So we're going to pick something, and then we're just going to go with it here. We got guava cake. Let's do a square one. How do I want to do this? I think I'll do a yellow plate like that. And then the cake is going to be like this. Then I think what would be really cool to do, because we have our Neo color, is to do some little dots with the Neo color one that will look, or they will echo sponge. So they will sort of give us a little texture like sponge cake. And then I'm going to do a little bit of white to act as the frosting. There's a little bit of frosting layer. So, and then I'm going to draw some lines to look kind of frosting-ish on top. And that'll be fun. So this is kind of like, it's going to be a little discovery. We're going to have a little surprise. And I think I'll write guava cake up here. But first I need to color in my cake because I don't quite know where my lines are. This is a new red. And now we're going to take this pink. That. Love it. Okay, now let's take a lighter pink. Lighter pink here. Okay, lighter pink. Oh, this is like, oops, grabbed the wrong one, but that's okay. This is actually fine. This is a color called, what is it? Powder pink. Powder pink, and I've been using this. You can see it's well used because I use it a lot. I'm always using it. It's kind of a mainstay in this set because it's like a warm neutral. Not even really pink per se. It's kind of like a um sunny, a kind of like a little mix between a very light, like a parchment, and a very, very light peach color. So I like it. It actually is, it's giving me, it's giving me some goodness. I like how that came out. I'm gonna actually, when I do this, I'm wiping off the marker that's on the Neocolor, the resist that I drew. So that will get rid of the ink. Sorry for the shakes. Got to work on that. Still working on this. Still working on the setup. So I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm excited to hear what you think about what you like. Tell me what you don't. What can I improve upon? And, you know, do what I can to make it happen. I'm just working again on these malasadas now. Just want to continue on with these. And then I think I'll look for my lightest beige, and then we'll, because they're basically donuts, so I want to just get their shadows going, little baked goods. And I am leaving the cream filling part. I am leaving that white right now. I have them outlined with that orange, but I'm leaving them white right now because I don't want to mess with it. I'll just outline them again with this little pink one to make it a little darker, but I don't want to get any ink in there. I didn't use the resist on the whipped cream, which I could have, but I didn't. So I'm going to use, this one is the powder pink again, and it's really like it's like a warm neutral. Just going to make my malasadas this color. And let's do this. Okay. I'm going to write guava cake up here with this fabulous pen. Think. Pink? Should we use green? Or should we use blue? I'm going to do a little bit of shadows behind these letters, which is going to help them pop a little bit more. That's good. And then what do I want to do for this? Oh, let's do orange. Let's do orange because we have orange here, so I want to balance things. But actually, maybe I should get the one more treat we're going to pick here. This is guava cake. Let's do we want to do Kulolo? Let's do Kulolo. Kulolo is, it's like a chewy, kind of like a taffy looking type of dessert. It's taro pudding, classic Hawaiian dessert, warm, chewy, rich, dark. So it looks kind of like you know, like a nice chewy little square of deliciousness. So let's use the brown. This is actually good because it's helping me to balance the colors here. Let's check our marker. Check the colors we're using. Brown, that's dark. Let's keep that for the darkest darks. And then we have another one here. We have a couple other ones that I just want to, see what we got. See what we got to use here. Some of these are very, 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 very similar. Like in tone, they're like tonally the same, but then they're like a different hue. And I'm looking for slightly different tones. So I think let's do slightly different tones. All right. And this is called, so we're going to write it here, kulolo. And then let's just do, oh, you know what? Let's do the kulolo on a nice little leaf. Kind of like the other dessert. Let's draw the squares first. Just some little squares of the kulolo in all different directions, so it's interesting. That. And then we're gonna make them dimensional, like that. And then that. Thanks for joining me today. I also stream at 12:30 p.m. I do a quiet live stream. So if you like to have a little quiet time and just have something up that you can watch and keep looking up at and see what different things is happening, watch something come to fruition from nothing. If you want to play music, you just want some company, I'm here for you. I'm right there. And if you would like to support my channel, please like and subscribe. I'm here live streaming twice a day, 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and I love it. I love to be here to share my enthusiasm for creativity, to show you easy ways you can bring creativity into your life. Hey, if we can just carve out a little hour for art in the morning, right? It's the best. Like, it will change your life. Like, adding creativity to your day will change you. It will change your outlook. It will chill you out. Hey, look, I'm like showing creativity here. Yes, it's true. It will change your life. I like to share different techniques with you, and we just like learn things as we go. It's super fun. I share my details about the art supplies with you because, I have been doing this a really long time, like playing around with art supplies. So I do have a lot of experience. I've been a professional artist my entire life. For almost 20 years, I was a marketing and sales illustrator and graphic designer for a major newspaper and website, media, news/media website. And I also had been doing other stuff for 10 for 10 of those years. I did my other stuff on the side. And finally, when I did get laid off in 2015, I was very well positioned because I had a an art licensing career going, and it was good. And after I got laid off, that was around when I started doing YouTube. But I didn't really, like, I've committed here and there. Like, I've had fits and starts of commitment with YouTube, and I am fully committed right now, and I'm streaming twice a day. and I'm growing my channel and my community. It is my focus. It is my goal. I also have designs in my Etsy shop, and you can see everything in, if you go to my description, it's all filled out for you. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Basically, I love to share art. I love, 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 love YouTube in so many ways. I love YouTube. And in so many ways, YouTube has like, in some ways, like saved me when I was, at hard points in my life. And it really helped me a lot. And, all these years later, I'm just so still, I consume probably more YouTube than anything. If we're talking about, um, if we're talking about media type of stuff, I consume a lot of YouTube. But it's so nice to be making more YouTube than I consume right now. I'm into it, and I'm into growing my channel. So do please subscribe. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, do all the things. Read the description, learn where else I am, follow me on other social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. But on TikTok, I'm Kathy Weller Art _. Follow that one. I'm also Kathy Weller Art, but I kind of messed up that one. I got locked out and whatever, so I'm Kathy Weller Art _ there now. Anyway, okay, let's get this going. Where are we going from here? We got, this is Kulolo. And I want to make sure I spell it right. It's Kulollo. So I'm going to do, oh, you know what? Let's do this. In keeping with these styles, let's do it with the Resist crayon. And then we're going to just like scribble and magically have it show up. Sound good? L. I'm totally guessing here because I can kind of see where I'm putting this down. And then we're going to do a little ink over it like that. And see, just like a little scribbly style. That's great. Okay, that works. I like the orange. Like the orange vibe. I'm going with the Kulolo here. Okay, that works. So yeah, with these with the Neocolor ones and the Resist, you could, if you want to get like a super sharp point on them, you could, okay, I don't recommend sharpening them, but you could if you wanted to. I'm just not a fan of that. But you could, what you could do, if you have like one of these, if you have an X-Acto, not for children, not for kids, get a parent to help you. You can do something like this. If you want to get like, if you want to use an edge for detail, you could cut your Neocolor and then you have a nice little sharp edge and then you can use it. And if your Neocolors end up looking in the end, at the end of the day, if they look like this, that means they're well loved. It doesn't mean that you're misusing them or abusing them or, that you don't take care of your art supplies. Art supplies are here to be used. They're here to be used. Absolutely no shame in using your art supplies at all. Okay, we have to write guava cake here. I'm just flipping through my pictures to get back to guava cake so I can see. This is kind of a good way to get just some reference, some quick reference. Just screenshot a picture of, you look it up on Google and then you just click on images. And this is like plenty. I don't need any detailed pictures. I don't need, I need the colors. I need what it is. It's a sponge cake. Does it have frosting? Yes, it does. And, you know, that's great. That's all you really need. Then you can just leave it up to your imagination and just go nuts. And here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do some little plate design here because I can. There we go. And do a little like that. I'm going to do some spongy sponge cake look. Let's do a little sponge cake. That. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Little bit of, there we go. And just because we're here, and just because we can, let's take our little tip part and just do that. Because these pens have a brush tip, and then they have a fine tip, like a Stabilo, like those Stabilo markers with the fine tip. So on a stream, probably not the best because you can't really see it very well. But that was my lamp. Excuse my lamp. My lamp just croaked. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee real quick. That's good. Good coffee today. Hey, guess what I did for the first time today in maybe months? I made hot coffee. I'm starting to balance my composition now. I'm going to add a little bit of orange to this. I'm going to just start to balance my colors a little bit and work that. What time is it? Let me check the time. 43:12. Okay, great. We're doing good. So I think we should be done at in an hour. Not in an hour from now. I give it like 15 more minutes and we'll be good. I think we're at a good spot right now. We got our composition down. We got our little base art down, plus, and now we can start really going to town on the details and on, you know, all little extras that I like to add. We can do that now. And we're just going to start, we're just going in because it is that time. It is time to start getting crazy. Time to start getting crazy with it and start really going berserk in a good way. I'm going to wipe down with this little paper towel edge. I'm going to wipe out my Kulolo lettering and watch it get a little bit brighter when I do that, because that's where I did the resist. I'm going to do it here too. There. A little bit there. All right. Got to write guava cake here. Start that up right now. I think I'm going to keep it kind of the same similar style as these because they're very, very simple and I don't want this to stand out in a way that looks, you know, like it doesn't belong there. Guava. Okay, and see, look, we can add a little bit of this light brown here too, and then we can add a little bit of the light brown here. So let's just balance the colors in this whole piece here. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of this color here, and then a little bit of there. So these pens are supposed to be non-paper shredding, and for the most part they are. There's been a couple times where my paper is, you know, a little crying out a little bit, but not bad, not often, and not bad. And you do kind of have to really like work it quite a bit for it to do that. So for the most part, it's good. They're good. And I would concur that they are, that it is fair for them to call them non-paper shredding or paper savers or whatever, however they say. I don't know what they say in the packaging or on the website, rather, on the listing. I don't remember. I'm just adding a little bit of detail to help these kulolos to kind of stand out a little bit. And then I think I'm going to do that to the Haupia as well. With this one, I'm actually introducing another color here, but it's very much in keeping with the other pinks here. So I'm just using it to give a little definition to the outlines. That's really it. And then once I do a little bit of definition, I'm going to give one to this too, but I'm going to do it in a darker. Let's see what this one. Let's do it with this. So let's try something a little. Yeah, that's okay. This is not quite the tone. I would like something a little darker in tone, but I don't want to use the dark one because first of all, I used it there. And second of all, I don't want to like overpower what we're doing here with this cake. So we'll just do that. That works. And I really can't work these much more because if I was going to add some here, this part of the paper, I'm a little shredding that. So yes, they're supposedly non-paper shredding. Yes, I worked them right here. I find that if you use the colorless blender does maybe facilitate more paper shredding than the other ones. So just something to think about. Just something to know. I want a darker. I'm going to use this darker one for lettering up here. Sometimes when I'm doing lettering, like shades like this, sometimes like midstream, I will forget which way the shadow goes and I'll make a little mistake. And then just make it so it was on purpose. That's all. Then you get to say, oh, that wasn't an accident. That was something I meant to do. I'm going to add some sort of a green or a cool, maybe one of these, to treats because I want to bring in a little green. I want to bring in maybe one of these colors to it to sort of help it to merge with the rest of the page. And don't be afraid to mix your marker colors like that. Because look at how cool that looks. It's fun and it looks good. And if it doesn't look good, just go with it and trust the process. And then you can either look at it later and be like, oh, I like that. Or you can say, hey, I learned that those two colors don't go together from that piece. And that's okay. That's all you do. Great. All right, let's do some little ferns and things going on here. think I'm going to add, just for fun, I'm going to do some green here, little green detail right there on this little plate. Oh yeah, you know what we should do? Let's do some fun little bursts with this. That. Isn't that cool? All right. And then I want to do inside of my word kulolo. I'm going to work on this too, don't worry. We're not leaving it like that. Oh look, I just abandoned what I was doing over there. And now we're over here. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that funny how that happens? I just distract myself to a different part of my picture. Okay, I'm going to do a little inside word loops here because I like to do that because it's fun and I enjoy it. It's what I like. I'm going to add a little yellow to my plate here because look at that. Hey, we just made that pop. And this cake could be a little pinker because it's guava cake and guava cake is pink. So let's do that. I don't want to add colorless blender to it right now because colorless blender may just shred everything and I don't want to go there with it. So I'm going to work on this guava cake writing and I need a nice bright, do I want that pink? And I'm going to use this. Let's actually bring this up here a little bit. That. I'm just going to bring the pink color a little bit up here so we have some balance going. And now I'm going to use it on the word cake. So now we have this purpley pink under both Hawaiian and the word cake. And now I'm going to make guava that pinky color. G. And I don't think I want to use that now. Where's my other tank? Oh, should we do something crazy? Should we pull out a crazy? Let's do this. Let's pull out the fluorescent orange because we can. And then we're going to just add it. We're just going to balance with this fluorescent orange because we can. And because it's so pretty. And even though it just might not show up great on camera, I just love it. I know it's wild. I know it's totally, I know. I know. I know it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy, but it's beautiful. Let's do that. See? I like how we separated. I like the separation of the words. Let's go over this with the orange because I did not intend, and I knew it wouldn't be, actually readable. This is a blender. This is like, not blender. This is like a mixer. This is a good mixer. You can mix it up. That's what I love about these markers. You can just like mix it up, you know? They're transparent. Just put them over each other. Just be careful with, you know, just experiment. And then you can do different colors on top. And look at that. That is cool. You can just have them on top of each other like that. Just trying to get a little more light here. Do that. Hopefully that's better. And now I'm just going to start finishing my page and adding some embellishments to, you know, little decorative elements to this page. Because we're finishing it now. We're almost done. I'm just making stuff up too as I go along. I'm not working here from anything. Just making some designs that look vaguely tropical. And then we can do like some leaves and maybe like, how's this? Let's put a flower up here. There's some nice greenery. And then let's do a nice orange flower right up there. And we have like 3 minutes left. We got this. We got this, yes. And then we're gonna do something right here. Let's do a nice little flower right there. And now we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. And we're gonna bring some pink. I'm gonna bring a little pink in here like that. And then, hey, let's do this too. Let's do like that. I like how that little, I love dashes. I love dots. Just dashes and dots. Just call me dashes and dots, Kathy. Kathy dashes and dots. And I'm just doing this to give it a little bump. To give it a little bump in dimension. Because you know how those plates have, if they have a ridge, you can see like it's light. And it's medium light, then it's dark. Let's do that. All right, let's put a flower. Let's do that. And then we'll do like dots because we can. And then I'm going to take this lighter green and we're going to do some off. Ooh, I love that little trick. I love a little trick. I love a little trick to do something off page to frame it like that. Isn't that cool? And then it's like, ooh. It's like part of the framing. I love it. Another thing that's cool that we're not going to get into today, but leaves. Okay, we need to do a stream about leaves. We need to explore, you know, leaves and trees and all the different shapes of leaves and trees because beautiful and so interesting and so inspiring to draw leaves and trees. I love getting those reference books. I have tons of them. I like to buy them. That's one of the things I like to get on when I go on vacation. I like to buy, I like to see what they have at the used bookstore and see what reference books I can get, like birds or trees. I have one on trees and leaves. It's just, they're so great. They're such great reference. I have mushrooms, as you might know, because kind of a mushroom fanatic, drawing mushrooms. I actually haven't even drawn mushrooms on a live stream yet. Isn't that funny? Or on one of the new me here, where I'm live streaming every day. Haven't done that yet. That will be potential future thing. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Want to see mushrooms? We can do mushrooms. Okay, now I'm going to grab my other green. We're almost done. I'm just going to do a little fun outline of some of these leaves to just give it a little flair. And like that. And then a little shadow like that. And how the base sometimes is a little darker. Sometimes it's even a little lighter. Let's give that a stem. And then maybe a little like that. And then a little like that. And then sometimes they have cute little things on them like that. Let's put a flower. Let's throw in a little yellow flowers. What do you say? Little yellow flowers here. How about that? See, these are really fun markers, and they are something that you can just pick up and run with, you know? Like, there's no setup, there's no water, you don't need a brush, you know? You got everything you need. They're just fun. They're just fun to use. And if you want to add a little bit of detail, you can with this fine tip point. So that's another thing you can do. All right, we're almost there. Getting there. Any minute now. Any minute now. Let's add a little stem. And then I'm going to go have a bagel. And then at 12:30, we're going to stream quiet time stream. Quiet time. And this is my last day of Hawaii week, which is a week that has lasted a week and a half. But that's, you know, I already explained that earlier in the stream. You can watch the replay or not if you don't want to. That's fine too. But I'm going to start something new tomorrow, and I stream here every single day. You know, unless there's a day I have to take a break, which I did the other day, but I'm back every single day, twice a day. I'm streaming once at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then I stream again at 12:30 Eastern, and I do a quiet one. The 10 o'clock stream is talky. It's kind of like my coffee talk one. And we talk about materials and we talk about the topics that we're drawing, and then I just give you my experience with the mediums and show you some techniques that I like to use, and that's how it goes. So if you would like to support my channel, if you like what I do here, please like, please subscribe, please comment. And there's other ways you can help me in the description. There's links, so feel free to explore where else I am on social and what else I'm doing. I'd love to have you. We're almost there. I'm just finishing touches now. This is the fun. This is where the fun is. This is where we get to go a little bananas. And isn't it funny? There's no bananas in here. Oh, you know what else is crazy? No pineapple. What's up with that? Where's the pineapple? All right. Let's get this wrapped. Hey, thank you so much for coming today. It has been my pleasure to draw with you and to chat with you, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. doing the same thing, and I'll also be back here today at 12:30 p.m. doing a silent stream drawing, and it's super fun. So I will talk to you soon, and thank you, and have a great day. Bye.